Hi everybody, Chris Bradley with your Tuesday Weather Geek report. We've got some showers moving across the area today, but I don't know about you, the rain's been fairly light. It's not been a terrible inconvenience yet. That may change a little bit. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast. 7 p.m. shows, kind of like what we've seen today, very scattered rain showers. But the actual cold front, I think that'll come in here a little bit later on this evening. And as that happens, well, notice the rain coverage intensifies or increases. So you see right here coming into western Ohio, this big batch of rain that will be overspreading the area. So 9 o'clock tonight, a little more steady light rain. And then it looks like as we head towards 11, midnight, same thing. We'll be looking at rain coming down, maybe a little bit heavier right down along the Ohio River, but for most of us, just some light drizzles, sprinkles moving through the area with this cold front. So as we head into our daytime tomorrow, I think we'll get this all out of here. But by then, we're looking at about 1/4 of an inch of rain, according to the computer model. That may be a little bit high. I mean, we've seen hardly any. Here at the station, we've only had a trace of rain so far. But anyhow, that's what the computer model is printing out. You get down here where you see this blue, it's a little heavier down here in southern Ohio, so maybe 1/3 of an inch. All right, that's what we're talking about as far as rain. If this is right, I think this may be overdoing it a little bit. So tomorrow, skies clear, high pressure builds in, should be a pretty decent day. High temperature is going to be right around 66 degrees. Looking ahead to your day Friday, probably the pick day of the week. So if you get off work a little bit early, or make that Thursday, if you can get off work a little bit early, or maybe take the day off, maybe it's your kid's field trip to the zoo or something. Oh, it's a great day. High pressure is right over Detroit. Moving into Ontario, Canada, super duper weather across Ohio. We're going to like that. Now, let me show you what happens on Friday. Low pressure systems to our south. We start to see clouds roll back in, increasing moisture as well. This is going to start to bring a little bit of rain up into southern Ohio late in the day. Not everybody's going to get the rain, and it's still a little early to see how far north this rain comes. But you get the idea of changing weather Friday, particularly late in the day, and for the first part of our weekend. Here we are on Saturday. The placement of this low will really depend on how far north the rain shield goes. We've got this pretty far south, near Atlanta, Georgia, moving into South Carolina. So you'll notice here the cutoff of the rain right up here through central Ohio. So, maybe it's not as bad as we initially thought. We kind of have a little hope there for you. Here is a look at Saturday morning. So the earlier, the better chance for rain. And you see the rain cutting off here as you get up towards Mansfield, back to around Marion, over to, let's say, Richmond, Indiana. North of there, don't see much rain at all. South of there, rain chances are a little bit greater, particularly right here in far southern Ohio along the Ohio River. Notice, though, late in the day, this all slides away. I mean, there still could be a leftover shower here or there, but the general trend will be for improving weather. And I think Sunday ends up being a nice day, probably the better day of the weekend. So still some questions to answer. It's a little early to nail down that weekend forecast. At the moment, I would advise you not to cancel your plans. Just be aware that the earlier in the day, the better likelihood of rain. The later in the day, the better chance it's all moving away. I'll have a new Weather Geek report at 7 a.m. in the morning. And be sure and watch my forecast. I'll be tracking those showers moving through the area here this afternoon and this evening. I'm on 10 TV News at 5, 5:30, 6, and 11. Have a great one, everybody.